Serious problems.
Right, Mika? What's your serious problem, mate?
Mate, my serious problem is that I'm laying in my bed, fucking depressed because I was a bit shit in the skiathlon.
Yeah, it was a bad timing to like plan your shittest race of the season.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
wasn't. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. It was. Yeah, bad timing.
Mika, you were number one on my result list, mate.
Was I?
Yeah,
I won your heart. That's the only thing I care about.
yeah. Right, we have a sort of semi guest with us. I say semi because he's already kind of been on the podcast before, but in the Aussie corner. But I kind of felt a bit bad because we didn't talk about his performance in the sprint. He was like 33rd, and he was like
Yeah, that's actually fucking good.
so fucking close to qualifying, and that would have been fucking huge for an Australian skier to qualify in the World Champ sprint. So we've got Lars Young Vik with us.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, it was close. Good to, I wouldn't say get promoted from the Aussie corner, but at least make an appearance on the Serious Problems as well. Yeah.
How does it feel being the third best young in the World Cup?
I've been joking a bit with Andrew about it all season. Kind of keen to get him, but that Jack Attack guy from the US is
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult to beat him in sprints, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll keep working.
3 youngs, right?
Yeah, so it's Jack Young from the US, like this young sprinter, kind of like consistently World Cup, like first season consistently World Cup this year.
Yeah.
After he went like super fast in Canada, I think.
He's been so
Yeah.
good, yeah.
He's like also on this random college, like Colby Nordic, some small like college team, and yeah, just pretty
Are
much
they in like the highest division even?
Yeah, I think so. There's one of the Australian girls that are actually on his team there, Maddie Hooker, and I was at under 23s in Planets last year, and she was just like, "Oh, one of my teammates doing the Camel World Cup," and I was like, "What? Okay." And then she was just like, "Oh, he qualified 12th," and I was just like,
Fuck.
"What?" So, yeah, but I'll try to get him as well. Youngie is, I'll try to get
Andrew
him as
Travers Cosgrove Young.
Yeah.
I mean, Youngie, you'll get on the overtime, he's not got that many years left. He's been Youngie's been doing championships since what 2009.
Yeah,
that's fucking liberate. That's so long ago. That's 16 years ago.
And he made his World Cup debut at like 16 or something, 17, something like that. Yeah. It's pretty insane. I actually did quarters against him at Gola this year, and I was close to beating him, but he's still just a bit better.
Damn it. Oh, well. Right, we have got some exciting stuff to discuss after the both skiathlon men and women that happened.
We do have some more exciting stuff as well, mate. Like, we're going to hit this off with the Finnish sprint of the Nordic combined women. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, they start sprinting, Gita Westfold Hansen, Ida Marie Hagen, and Lisa Hirner. And the way Gita Westfold Hansen sprints away, I'm like, wait, this is actually good skiing. I was like, this is not bad. It like looked well technically, looked controlled. And then she opens the gap and it's like hammering down, pushing hard. And then in the last uphill, in a Finnish sprint, she just starts to tuck in an uphill.
Okay.
Like, I've seen many things in my life. I've never seen anybody that's sprinting to become world champion. I mean, she ultimately did become world champion. But still, I've never seen anybody tucking in an uphill in a sprint for world championships.
Okay, I haven't actually. Have you seen this?
I actually watched it yesterday as well. It was funny because she was just like so much better than the others. But I was just looking at that sprint and I was thinking back to the sprint we did on Thursday, and I was like, that's kind of where you made or broke your race in the qual there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see her just tucking there.
Mate, actually, this is hilarious because I'm just looking at the Serious Problem Instagram page, and there's someone that sent us a message 10 minutes ago saying we need a comment on Gita tucking in uphill. So good
Yeah,
timing.
this is the comment. It's. I mean, hats off. She still became world champion, and she's probably not gonna care so much about what we say in the podcast. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that's the first time I've seen anybody tuck uphill in a
Yeah,
finish sprint.
but actually, there's also something else that people wanted us to discuss on the podcast was the situation between Lampartner and Yamamoto in Nordic combined mixed relay. Did you watch it, Mika?
I definitely
We
did
we
watch.
we cannot ask Meek about this.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
Nah.
doing the right thing. Blah blah blah. Austria's great.
Yeah.
I'm Austrian, so you know what? I'm just actually gonna retract from this discussion, but I would be listening if you guys are gonna discuss it right now.
You've watched it.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty clear what I think. But,
Yeah, say it then.
Oh, like 100%. Like, yeah, should have been not disqualified, but Japan should have gotten it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like the change of tracks is like just so unnecessary.
And I think the jury
But-
said something about like, yeah, he changed the track before the what do they call it again?
Like the finish line.
Yeah,
like
before they
Cor-
have the finish line and
corridors.
like corridors, yeah. And they were also like, oh, and the Japanese guys also like it's a bit his fault. He needs to like take that into account. But like he swerved from like line 1 to line 3 just like 10 meters before, and he wasn't completely in front of the Japanese guy, which was coming with like high speed. So
Yeah, or like the Japanese guy kind of had to stop and like kind of lost his momentum. It was just a bit. It was just completely unnecessary.
if Edvin Unger did that to Johannes Klaber in a sprint final, what would have been the outcome then?
Yeah. The thing is, Johannes Klaber would probably have gone with like 3 times the speed as Anger, and that would never happen. But yeah,
Feel bad for the Japanese.
The one thing I can add to it is that ever since Bolshunov Klæbo situation in Oberstdorf, they did change the rules the year after that.
yeah,
And now when you're in front, you can, or you basically still have the right to choose which track or which line you're going to take. But you do have to take traffic into account,
yeah,
and you cannot obstruct other skiers.
yeah. And
Think-
that's like textbook.
Yeah, I think that pretty much says
Yeah,
it all,
that's
doesn't it?
I think. So you didn't say anything, Mika, but you clearly said
Yeah.
something that ended the discussion.
Yeah.
Good work.
I did not say anything. I just read the rules, and then you guys can interpret it the way you want it.
Yeah.
One thing I'll also give Gita that it was actually quite a bit faster for the races, which we'll probably come into in the skiathlon for the women's. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a bit faster than when we sprinted.
True. They've decided to sold the tracks for the women's race on the skiathlon, but they didn't. They didn't sold for the men's race. Mika, do you want to tell us how the race was?
Should we start with the men's race then?
Yeah, let's go for it. Run us through it, mate, because it looked epic on TV. Like so many people, and like yeah. Just give us the
Okay.
insights.
I'm gonna run you through. So we go up the first hill, and it took us like about 150 meters for me to be like, what the fuck, why are we going so fast? We were insanely quick out of the start, which usually, I don't know, I feel we rarely do that. Actually, quite often it's not so bad the first uphill. Was fucking bad yesterday or on Saturday. Then everything goes as it goes. We go up the first climb, and all of a sudden I almost started to panic because I thought somebody got shot. And I'm gonna explain why. There's all the talk about the climate protesters, and I was like, before the race, I was thinking like, oh, what? I'm guessing that they are talking about the 50K, so just they can take the attention of the police and stuff away, and then they're actually gonna interrupt the skiathlon. And up the first hill, exactly where they interrupted last year, I hear a loud boom, like a shot, and I instantly get the thought that like, fuck, somebody's trying to disrupt the race and got shot by the police or whatever. And I was like,
I thought
fuck.
you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say the climate protesters shot one of the skiers.
No, I was not gonna say that the climate protesters shot one of the skiers, but I did feel a bit. I was like, I instantly got this thing like, fuck, somebody got shot. Until I realized like 0.5. So this is like this whole thought process happens within like 1 second.
Yeah.
And then I see like a light flash, and I realize there's people fucking throwing or like shooting fireworks, lighting up fireworks everywhere up there. And from the second I realized, right, that's firework, I literally had fucking goosebumps the whole first loop. Like, it was ridiculous. I've never seen so many people in like 800 meters at a cross country skiing race. It was ridiculous. It was wild. They even had like this like in football they have like the like the, what is it called in English?
Fire
The
brigade.
fire that like the fire that like smokes a fuck ton.
Oh yeah, flares.
Yeah,
Yeah,
flares.
flares. That like the whole Jan Thomas Jensen fan club had flares everywhere.
Okay. But yeah, that was kind of like what Muzzy was saying was like when they were skiing warming up, they couldn't see the crowds there, because basically there's like the stadium, people buy tickets for the stadium, but then all the part that's in the forest, it's like you can go there for free. And so when they were warming up, they didn't see that part, and then they just started racing, and then they ran round the corner and saw this like sea of people, and he said it was like crazy, like the noise
It
as well.
was
But
it was
it's
so good. It was
it's
so
funny
much fun.
you say that about the gunshot, because like Gabe Gledhill, who was on our team, who grew up in North America, that's like the first thing he said after the race is like, dude, it was fucking crazy. There were like guys like shooting guns everywhere. Like, mate, you're in Norway, chill out. It was definitely not guns.
No, it was definitely not a gun. But I was like, but like sometimes you have this whole thought process that happens like within 0.5 seconds. And yeah, I was just like, fuck, somebody got shot. I was sure. I was like, I knew it.
That's
But
funny.
anyway, okay, so first lap passes, I did wax a wee bit on the slippery side, but that's my fault because I didn't go for re-waxing. I decided that it's more worth to have fast skis and then be quick at the change. But then I just had to spend so much energy in the classic, and Nienget went very quick the 2 last laps in the classic. Even though Paroma said that we were going so slow, you could probably or that he could have probably hung in there.
On the classic.
Yeah,
No,
hung over. He
wasn't
said if
wasn't
if
he like getting dropped?
yeah, but he said in an interview that we were going so slow that he could have hung in there, hung over.
Okay, because like when we watched on TV, it looked like Nyenge just went so fucking fast,
And he was skiing so
He
well.
did.
Yeah, and like I know that the Norwegians also try to do a bit like you, Mika, and like try to not have too much wax, because they were like saying how it would affect the downhill to have like a lot of clister underneath. But the way he was skiing was like, I mean, he is so good technically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
I went so fast, and
Okay, yeah.
I actually didn't feel good all race, and then I was struggling quite a lot. We changed skis, started skating, and I immediately knew that, fuck, this is not feeling well. And I tried to hang on, tried to make it to the front of the group multiple times, but I just didn't make it. It was like I had to invest so much of the time just to stay in the group. Yeah, not my best day ever, but I mean, I did have fucking good tickets to watch the finish sprint because I was just in the last uphill into the last downhill, and I could just like see the whole race unfold. It was nice to see. It was nice to watch the
Okay.
finish sprint. I
From
knew
like
that Muzzy had bad tickets when he didn't ski away from the people in or from us all in the uphill. I skied away
Yeah.
from me though, but not from the rest of the group. And I was rooting so much for Kiko. I was like, "Fuck Kiko, at least get in there!" But just missed out.
It's actually insane that he didn't win that race, or was on the podium on that race. I was
Who?
Kiko Pellegrino.
Yeah.
Like when he was in that group, and knowing how good he is at corners and on finish straight,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he is gonna be on the podium, and then he wasn't, which is
I was
surprising.
pretty sure he was going to get second. Yeah, like
I was talking to him yesterday. I met him in the tracks, and then he did say that this was the worst finish sprint he's ever done.
Yeah,
Fuck. But
which is to say, like, it's quite a lot to say because he did end up like fourth, and he was like
Yeah.
close.
fifth.
no, he ended up
fifth,
fifth.
yeah,
fifth.
fifth. But he was
Right.
still lunging for the silver medal. Like,
He
was a
started.
bit-
He
made-
started so far behind those Norwegian guys, like just after the corner,
Yeah.
and he was definitely
Yeah,
the
he
one
fucked
moving the
the corner.
fastest. So
apart
but-
from Klæbo.
yeah, apart from
You did say fourth. Come on, we're gonna talk about Jan Thomas Jensen. Like, remember when I said that I was not so impressed by Kristina Stavashista's interview?
Yeah.
Mate, I almost had to cry when I saw Jan Thomas Jensen's interview because it's just like heartbreaking.
Oh, I couldn't watch it. I didn't manage to watch it because I get so emotional about stuff like this. So it was
I was watching it as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tough to
It
watch.
was
Yeah.
tough to watch, and it's like I always say in world championships, it doesn't matter. Even in Olympics, it doesn't matter if you are fourth or 40th, and that just showed it. And then the way he managed to describe his feelings, not only by showing him how, like, when he started crying and couldn't hold it, but like the way he managed to describe it, and when he talked about his dream that started when he saw Nordic crash in 07 in Sapporo and then come back and win races after. Like, I couldn't watch it. It's just heartbreaking. It's like
yeah.
I just like I fucking liked Jan Thomas Jensen before, and like now I just admire him. It's what a guy.
I was also quite impressed with him, like, yeah, saying all that stuff and then still managing to like pull the, or just like seemed like in mid interview just realized like, shit, but I'm so lucky that I've been able to like experience this as well.
Yeah.
It was
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Or I did see parts of it, but it's cool that he managed to also say that he was like really happy to be here and like fight for the races, and not just focus on the fact that he was so close to get a medal.
And like you
Yeah.
always see the Norwegians like they're just machines, you know. They go out there, they just win fucking everything. And I like saw an interview with him, or like from that Norwegian series about the national team when they
Yeah.
did the pre-camp, and he was just
Yeah.
like, you know, it's kind of just a dream to even be here on a pre-camp before
Yeah.
World Champs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
did you see the video that Viaplay posted the evening before the skiathlon when he was on the phone with his parents, and then they were telling him how proud they were and how much luck they wished him,
Yeah.
and then he
And, like-
started crying even after that. I was like,
And,
you
and the
fucking like,
dad, and the
"Ah!"
dad's still just like, you know, like remembering classic, like keep your chin up, look forward up the hill. Just giving him like technique advice. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty wholesome.
What a
actually.
guy.
Yeah. He's also kind of a bit of a legend because I remember a few years ago when he first, or was it only last year? It was only last year when he won the World Cup in Rukia, and like people started interviewing him lots after and so on, and he was just kind of like, oh yeah, I've got a farm at home and I want to be a farmer, but like I'm doing quite well at skiing, so like I'm really enjoying being able to ski for a bit, and then I'll go back to being a farmer after. And it's just like such a like down to earth guy, like
Yeah,
kind of cool. There's
yeah.
not so many of them.
Nah, he seems like such a cool guy.
Yeah,
And there's like, he's one out of two guys that are like not on the national team.
yeah,
Yeah.
Been pretty difficult for them to make worlds, it seems like. So
yeah,
it's
And
cool to
then-
see someone like that actually kind of, yeah, make it all the way.
Yeah. But then moving forward, like Klæbo's distance gold was long overdue, and he finally got it.
yeah. What do
Best ski ever.
Yeah, I think the debate's like is there even a debate still? I know that people in Norwegian media like to make a debate about him or Northug, and obviously Northug has this aura, and Northug has this like whole mysterious energy around him, or not even mysterious, but just like the whole energy around Northug that just makes him so special. But like purely when it's purely about skiing, when it's purely
Yeah,
about sports, I would say there is
It's pretty
not
clear.
a single doubt
yeah, for
about
sure,
who is the greatest of all
for sure,
time,
for
and
sure.
it's Johannes Oslo by far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good race by him for sure.
Even when you see like Muzzy pushing so hard and like
Yeah,
obviously people struggling to keep up, like it was a fast course, it's difficult to ski away, but you just look at Clabo and it just looks like he's skiing L3 almost. Just his technique, everything just looks so
yeah.
composed. It's
But it's kind of funny because I remember on a couple of podcasts ago, Mika, we discussed about like if the courses were like too easy in cross country on mass starts and ended up being like these massive groups going into the finish. Like, okay, it
Yeah,
was still a group of what was it, 12 people, I think,
yeah, 12.
um, or like 13. You were 13th, so I guess yeah,
Yeah, but
12.
I was not a part of the
yeah,
group, mate.
yeah, you were
I was
almost
a
yeah.
minute back in the finish.
Oh, were you? Okay, yeah. But it was yeah, it was a tough race. I mean, if it
Yeah,
doesn't like on the especially on the first part, like if it doesn't break on that race, I don't know if it's ever gonna break. Like they were going, like it looked like Nyanga was going as hard as he could on the first part.
one
yeah,
thing I have to add in as well is like I saw lots of experts were talking about the race not being hard and nobody trying, but most experts are skiers from the past, and I'm very confident when I say this. Skiing from the past is not skiing today.
Yeah,
Um, there's so many people that can ski so ridiculously fast for a climb or two, and then in between you get the downhills to recover. Um, it's just almost, especially when it's windy, like yesterday, it's almost impossible to ski away. And if it would have been possible to ski away, believe me, somebody would have skied away. And I
yeah,
think you can see it, especially on the gaps, how big they are behind the group, the first group of 12, because behind that group, the gaps were insanely big. So you just saw there was so much energy and so much speed in that first group, and we were going so fast there. Um, but yeah, people are too good. It's not really possible when it's a course like this, and there's not like 6 minutes climbs back to back to back. It's just basically impossible to ski away.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see on the individual race tomorrow to see if there's gonna be gaps opening up.
also like comment to that. You also looked at the women's race, and yeah, it was like a bit of a group, I guess, but behind that group, the gaps were so big.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
are you just gonna, if you want to make it so tough for the men's that it splits up so bad? I think it's just gonna kill the women's unless they have a different track. So
yeah.
yeah,
Right, let's go to the girls' race then, or women's race. That was the most exciting race I've seen in a long time. Oh my god, so much drama happening.
I didn't have a single fingernail left anymore after the race.
I was absolutely nuts. I was okay. At first, I was rooting for Astrid because obviously she's on my team in that front group. Then I was like, "Oh, it'd be so cool if Sunling wins that race." Then she crashes. Uh,
or you can mention that Astrid like losing a ski
yeah,
out of the exchange there.
fuck, that must have been so
Mate, start
shit.
at the start. Okay, start at the start. They start, everything looks normal. They do go pretty quick from the start, and then after like a minute or four, there's like five Swedish amongst the first eight athletes. And I was
Yeah,
thinking, like, fuck, they have such ridiculously good skis. And they're gonna like make this a Swedish
race.
race. But yeah, turned out Frida at least had quite slippery skis, she said.
Yeah, I looked like it.
And
Yeah,
Yeah, it did look like it as well. And she had to invest so much energy in the classic part that as soon as there was skating, like she lost the group before already, and then there was just no way she was gonna make it back. But I was that impressed by her because she basically kept the gap that she had at the ski change all the way until the finish.
Yeah.
When the people in front were skiing in a group and attacking all the time, and she was just skiing by herself.
Yeah.
I was that impressed.
Nah, she was yeah, she was so good. And she wasn't that far from getting a medal in the end.
Yeah, it was just a
So
finish sprint to Jana. So, but at least there's a group of what is it, 7 girls, 8 girls? Nah,
yeah, maybe less,
six
even
that
6.
go to the ski change, and then the unthinkable happens.
Yeah. Or
Like,
is
how did that happen to Astrid? How did she manage to push her ski away with her poles?
yeah,
I
I
felt
mean,
so sorry.
yeah, that was so shit. Oh, that was devastating. And there's always somebody that fucks up the change. There's always somebody fucking about with their bindings. I know Bergana like lost like a minute last year here, and
Yeah,
there's always things that are gonna happen. But
Like it was so hard, and the snow was like, oh, it was so icy there.
they just salted the tracks.
You
So.
don't even need to push the ski that hard, and it will just yeet off, kind of. So, yeah,
The devastating thing is, I think, I saw like you could see that it happened to other skiers as well. But then when the like volunteers saw that it happened to Astrid, they kind of like went to help other skiers that had their skis like the equipment flying away. So
yeah.
I think if they'd realized that a volunteer might have helped um, Astrid,
but also
But honest,
what
do you
can they
say?
do when
Lars?
they're all like next to each other?
they
There?
could just bring back the ski to her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but also one thing: if they do salt in these, what do you think? If they do salt, it's so icy immediately. Is it not? Should it not be required to put rubber mats in the ski changing area? Because when it's this icy, it just takes a little tip at the ski and the thing's gone. And you saw it, especially when they skied away. Like the skis were just flying everywhere. Like
Yeah.
volunteers were picking up skis everywhere all
I
the
think
time.
I think the issue is like there used to be rubber mats before, but I think the main problem is when you come in with clister and then you start stepping on these mats with clister, it's just an absolute like faff storm. So I think they stopped with the mats, and it was kind of like everybody sort of semi agreed about it. But yeah, I agree. Maybe they should have not salted the place where there was ski exchange, and then it would have been a bit less faff, probably.
or they just could have had someone to like go with the shovel and kind of just break up the ice a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it. I
It's
do
easy
feel
to
like
say after the race.
it's so easy
Yeah.
to say after the race,
I
but
mean,
I
it's
do
gonna
feel
happen
that
again
for the
though. That's
future there's a
guaranteed.
better
Yeah.
solution. I do feel that for the future there's a better solution though, because it's like if you just look at the amount of skis that were just flying everywhere, it's
Yeah.
unreal.
Not ideal. Yeah.
But then
And
the
then
Astrid's dropped immediately because yeah, her race was just fucked.
yeah, but she
Um,
did. She did try. So she caught up like 3 or 4 seconds on the
yeah,
uphill after, but I think she just got so fucked after.
Johaug was attacking
yeah,
as well, though.
Yeah.
So, or she
yeah.
was just, you could see her. She clearly tried to go just as hard as she could.
Yeah.
And she did go quite hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was sure that in the second lap, I think it looked like Sundling was gonna break at some point, and I was like, "Fuck, this is it for Sundling. She's done. She's gone."
Really?
Comes back, and then like she had like over like this steep skate one hill in Lichosen. It looked like she had like 2-3 meters of a gap. So not like a gap, but there was
Yeah.
like a gap starting to open. And I was thinking, okay, this is it. Now she's gonna break. Didn't break, comes back. I'm convinced she's gonna win the race. There's just like no
Yeah.
doubt in my mind. And then she steps on her own skis.
Yeah. Mate,
Takes
it's
head with her.
funny because I had just said, like when we were watching that, I just said like, look how relaxed she is and how much better
Yeah,
she is than everybody else at the downhills and in corners. Like you could see, like at the top of the hill, she would like allow herself a few meters, and then she just push well in the downhill and just like gliding so much and then overtake
Yeah,
people in
yeah,
the
yeah.
downhill. So I was like, yeah, I mean, she's such a good downhill skier that I was convinced she was going to win. And then I think she was maybe like too confident. Like all the other skiers in that group, they look really not confident at all in downhills, and I think she kind of like was too confident, just went round the corner and stepped on some ice, and there's nothing you can do, and just falls.
There is one small funny side note to the whole thing, because it was Jonna Sundling that, I think it was last year, there was like this item about her, that she had made a list on her phone who to not ski behind in a mass start because they were skiing like balance and the risk of crashing was high. And there was like this whole item about how good she is in the downhills and that like other people can't ski downhill, and then it's her to crash in the last
Yeah.
quarter in or in a corner into the last lap in World Champs.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was shit. But like, it's funny how the Norwegian media, were like, "Oh yeah," asking Norwegians, obviously, how they felt about it, and then everyone was like, "Oh, it was so unnecessary to take the inside lane." But
Yeah, come
she
on,
wasn't
fuck
taking the
off.
inside lane. She was just going around the corner, and like she just was skiing well and just fucked up. Like, okay, it happens.
And when the Norwegians see Klæbo doing the same thing, they're just like, "Oh, look at him! He's so relaxed, so calm. He's so good. Like he's just making all
Yeah,
these people look so stupid." And then one does the same, and she's like arguably almost as good as him, especially in
Yeah,
sprints, and messes up one time, and they're just, yeah.
yeah,
yeah, but it was funny to have like this whole Norwegian Swedish battle reignited,
yeah.
and uh, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting a little bit for Ebba Anderson, not because I was like wanted her to win more than Therese Johaug, but
Really?
For Swedish to win on Norwegian soil.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been good banter, and tell you what, it was quite good banter.
it was quite good, and like I think she really deserves it because she's been
Yeah,
skiing fucking super good, and she's been on the podium so many times, super close, and a bit unlucky, and yeah, to win that one in front of Johaug was like kind of a statement, and I think it was epic. She skied so well in the finish, and it was funny
yeah.
how Johaug was acting. Like she was like trying to be happy, but like really couldn't really bring herself to be that happy. Like,
No,
it,
but mate, I have to stop you there because I
yeah,
think I was just gonna say I'm gonna take my hat off to Johaug, because remember how critical we were about Skistad, or especially I was about Skistad, and
yeah,
I'm gonna say hats off to Johaug for pulling herself together, knowing that it's still a silver medal at World Champs, and going to the media and being, actually, I thought she was super positive.
oh, she was,
She was super reflective, and then you could see how hard it was for her to act happy, because when she got into the mixed zone, out of the mixed zone into the nation box, and RK filmed her how she just broke down and started to cry.
yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like she was trying hard to show that she wasn't like as disappointed as she was. Like, of course, she's on the podium, but like, yeah, she was not. She didn't go out of retirement to be second. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's also different. I feel different case Johaug or Skistad, when it's like Skistad gets her first ever world champs medal, and Johaug is like probably one of the most decorated skiers of all time, with
yeah,
so many golds, and just coming back to get another gold.
yeah.
um so I definitely do feel that Johaug had more right to be disappointed than Skistad. And then hats off how she managed to not, or at least try to not show her disappointment so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything to say about that, Lars?
Nah, quite impressed. Or like she skied well second. I kind of still have the feeling that she's when she came out of retirement, it was giving like, oh, I'm only going to do the 50K in Trondheim, and that's like the only goal. And then I guess we've seen her a bit more in the World Cup than we maybe thought we would.
Yeah.
And I'm still kind of getting the vibe that, yeah, obviously she was so close to winning. Like, I completely understand why she was super, like, down about that. But I still, for some reason, I think she's here for one thing, and that's the 50 skate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Anything to say about
Yeah.
tomorrow then, Mika? Ready for 10K Classic?
I'm ready. I'm not sure if the weather is ready though.
Yeah, fuck, it's been insanely shit conditions. It's like,
You know, it's forecasted to be 20 centimeters of new snow by tomorrow.
oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I'm racing tomorrow too, and I didn't know this.
Hopefully your tech knows about it though.
Oh, yeah, they did ask me about zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came into our wax truck today, and I just saw how Atomic brought them new zeros. It's like, fuck, we're gonna need zeros tomorrow. We have to test zeros now.
Yeah, because I was out doing like a bit of race prep, and it wasn't like this morning. I thought it was looking pretty nice because it's been so grim the past couple of days. And I was out skiing, and I was like, no rain, pretty good, happy with that. And then just 5 minutes before starting my intervals, it just like all came together. It was just pouring down, and all of a sudden it was snowing mid intervals, and I was just like, finished my intervals 20 seconds after I was walking off the track and into the cabin.
Yeah, I saw Mika. You were yesterday when it was not raining. I saw you skiing with like this massive like rain jacket and rain trousers and like
Yeah, but it had been raining when I left here, and then it just
Yeah.
stopped when I was at the stadium.
yeah, and then it wasn't raining. And then this morning I saw you like in regular training clothes when it was like dicking it down with snow and rain, and it was absolutely miserable.
But I skied yesterday with like a lot of rain clothes, and it doesn't really help, does it?
Nah.
You always
but
get wet.
But it's so shit here. Just it's like you just don't know what to prepare for. It's like it pisses down like fuck. You leave in the worst rain clothes you have, and then like 10 minutes after you start your session, it's just like sunshine and nice. And then
Yeah.
today, the exact opposite. It's so nice when I start skiing, and by the end, I just thought it's like Armageddon.
Yeah. Hopefully it's gonna be sunny on the 50K, and then there'll be like a million people on the side of the tracks.
Yeah, but I still think there's also gonna be a million people, even when it's not sunny, and I think it could make the race even more epic.
True.
If the weather's shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but let's aim for nice weather though.
We're all doing the 50, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be good.
I actually hope the weather's shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're good in soft conditions.
Why
though.
would he want to ski 50K with Clabo on icy packed snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's really gonna benefit me so much.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Anything else, Mika?
Nah, I think this was a good brief. I think we got the people to know what we thought about the last races. The we preview for tomorrow. Lars, fucking cool to have you on.
Thank you, Meek and Jimmy.
Yeah.
I like
I
the
hope you
podcast.
enjoyed your promotion from the Aussie corner.
Not a promotion, just moving on the same level within the company, you could say.
Yeah.
And
restructuring.
Yeah, I'll see. Maybe we can deliver a good Aussie corner throughout the championships as well. I know Sevi's keen, so
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Talk later
Snakes.
then. Ciao, ciao.
bye.